I thought I was going to die that day, and honestly, maybe I should have died with him. The sound of gunfire still echoes in my head, like I never really left that place. But that morning, all I felt was fear. A fear so strong it felt like my chest was going to explode. It was June 6th, 1944, Normandy. We called it D-Day, but no one there treated it like some glorious name. To us, it was just the day we might not come back. Still inside the landing craft, before the ramp dropped, I was already shaking, not from the cold, but from nerves. My hands were sweating so much I could barely hold my rifle. The guy next to me threw up. Another started praying under his breath. I tried to remember my mother's face, but all I could hear was the sound of waves crashing against the metal. The ramp dropped, and hell began. The water hit my waist, heavy, freezing, pulling me down, and the bullets came from everywhere. German machine guns sweeping the beach like we were nothing. I couldn't see the enemy. I could only hear them. Always the sound right before someone fell. The guy next to me, I don't even remember his name anymore. We talked on the ship, laughed, talked about going home. He was right there, less than a meter away from me. And suddenly, he wasn't. I didn't see where the shot came from. Nobody did. He just dropped, like someone turned him off. I froze. For a second, I thought about stopping. I thought about lying down in the water and pretending I was already dead too, because it felt easier than moving forward. But someone screamed for us to move, and that's when I realized if I stopped, I would die too. So I kept going. We tried to reach those metal obstacles on the beach, those hedgehogs the Germans left to stop us. I threw myself behind one, trying to take cover. Sand was kicking up from the bullets hitting around me. It was impossible to lift your head without feeling like it would explode. I started firing, but I don't even know if I hit anyone. It wasn't combat, it was desperation. You just pulled the trigger and hoped to still be alive the next second. There was a moment I saw an officer trying to organize us. He raised his arm, shouted something, and dropped before he could finish the sentence. That's when I understood. There was no command, no plan. It was every man trying to survive. We started pushing forward little by little. Run, drop, get up, run again. I saw men getting hit trying to help others. I saw guys dropping their gear to move faster. I saw people freeze, just stop and stay there. And the ones who stopped never got back up. When I finally made it off the open beach and reached higher ground, it felt like another world, but it wasn't better, just different. Now we were moving through rough terrain, with mortars hitting around us. Every step could be the last. I remember getting into some kind of makeshift trench. There were 2 soldiers inside. One was wounded, struggling to breathe. The other just stared forward, silent, like he was already gone inside. I wanted to help. I swear I did. But I didn't stop. And that still haunts me. The days after the invasion became a blur. We pushed inland through France, passing destroyed villages, forests that were too quiet, and fields that looked peaceful until they started shooting at us. Hunger came, cold came, exhaustion was constant, sleep was a luxury, and when it happened, it was on the ground, with your rifle glued to your body. But nothing was worse than the constant feeling that you could die at any moment, and no one would even know your name. I started to forget who I was before the war. I forgot what it felt like to sleep in peace. I forgot what it felt like to not be afraid. I forgot what it felt like to live without looking over my shoulder. War doesn't just kill you on the outside. It kills you from the inside,
one piece at a time. And even when you survive, a part of you stays there, on that beach, in that first step into the freezing water. In that moment you realize there are no heroes, only survivors. I left the war, but the war never left me.